hello to the Swedish people. It is me, your local leader and hometown girl, Trixie Mitchell, all the way from Stockholm to Sweden. Hello. When I land in Sweden, there was a gay guy there last time who came up and said, welcome home, and gave me a hug. We are coming over to Miss Norwegia Boots. We are. I love it there. You guys are
You are good. You're going to be the level of out of pocket. Never seen a pocket.
But you know what? I don't know. I'm happy to come. Stockholm is so beautiful.
It is. They're really yanking it off.
So beautiful.
They're really yanking it off. We're going to be at the Circus in Stockholm, Sweden on Wednesday, July 2nd, and at Concert House in Oslo, Norway on July 3rd. Artist presale is Wednesday, March 19th at 10 a.m. local. Code BALD for that. And then venue presale Thursday, 20th March at 10 a.m. local. General on sale Friday, 21 March at 10 a.m. local. I said that weird, but you got the info.
Yes, please. We're American and we've been really enjoying our time leaving the country. So thank you for having us.
Yeah.
I will see you at the program. I was in Australia, which is not American. And it's crazy hearing how much they know about us because I can't tell you. And I think Margot Robbie runs that country. I don't know what's going on, right? I think it's T.S. Eliot. Margot, is that Australian? I don't know. T.S. Madison. She's a legendary Australian.
Hugely Australian. Yeah. Nicole.
Not the ballroom. Not the ballrooms.
I can't.
I can't even. I was really good while I was there, and as soon as I left, it was like I Men in Blacked my accent. Now I can't do it again.
I rewatched the Nicole ad for our show, and I was like, "What accent was I trying to emulate there?"
Moira Rose,
something like that.
From a Chippepian tribe.
Okay, but tell me the highlights of Australia.
Well, sold out every city. I was very because I'm just going to be honest. We don't make the same kind of money traveling because it costs so much more to travel. You know this. When we did Trixie and Katya live.
Are you saying I thought you were saying you make a lot more money than me.
No, of course I do. But in Europe and Australia, remember, gross, we make less money.
Yes.
Because it costs so much more for us all to be there.
Absolutely.
The taxes, plus you have to pay taxes in that country. Like it's a whole thing.
Yes.
So I was really happy it sold out. It was kind of like getting 6 or 8 paid rehearsals. 6 shows, I think. It's like getting to do paid rehearsals with Solid Pink Disco because we hadn't debuted those numbers, the choreography.
You did numbers.
There's different looks in the show. Plus,
I saw that number, girl. Those moves were tight.
Mary, I know those songs. Right. I know those. Let me tell you something. I might not be the best dancer, but I know the song.
Yeah. That was clear. That was clear.
So in the show, there's 3 numbers. There's 3 costume changes. Plus, I DJ the full 90.
How's the heat?
Honey, do you know what a heat rash is?
Oh, do I ever?
I've never gotten one. Got it in Australia.
What would you say to a heat rash?
My butt looked like boba and feta.
That's where Miss Goldbond.
Feta.
Yeah, Goldbond comes into the play.
I was putting aloe on my butt and sleeping on my stomach because I got heat rash from the heat. The first night was outdoors in Perth. It was at a place called the Courtyard. And it was nice and cold, not one drop of sweat. I told Brandon backstage, I was getting ready for Supermodel, the last number. And I was like,
what's wrong?
I was like, you know in a movie when like they fire a bunch of bullets and everybody drops dead and the one person is like, oh my God. That was me. I couldn't believe I wasn't sweating the first night. I was like,
I know. That was me in Germany.
Great.
Yeah.
Girl, Germany.
I was like, what is this feeling? What is this sensation?
It's Germany's greatest success was the air conditioning in Hamburg. Only.
Outside.
Yes. That's called outside in the winter. Okay. So then things took a turn. I was almost crying trying to reapply makeup backstage. It was so hot. I was Tanya Harding, like crying, putting the blush on. Because I walked backstage to change for work at my like physical fitness section. Mm-hmm. This diamond shape of the foundation, gone. The nose is gone. The contour, all of it is gone.
Mama, you need to get in one of these gals.
Honestly, completely gone. And I'm starting to do this with my boys. Fucking shit. They're fucking coming back. This fucking like cursing everyone who works for us, everyone who's ever worked for us, people who don't even work for us anymore.
Yeah, people who are dead, long
and
dead.
Fuck that bitch. Yeah. It was so hot. And I started to get so mad because I'm like, I'm in my 3rd year of doing this. Let's just say, I mean, I'll be transparent. Me, everybody involved in the tour, we had a gorgeous. I gave them basically a gorgeous PowerPoint of like,
what's the tea? Yeah.
Like this was the roses and the thorns. the show went so well, the rose of the trip. The show went well, the audiences had fun, everybody wins. The thorn was when the heat is so oppressive, and I have to I wear a corset, like.
And you're not a sweater though. I mean, you're not a
so
big
when
sweater.
I'm sweating,
that's hot.
You're dead.
Oh yeah, long dead.
It was so hot that I was like, you guys, I hate to be a hater, but in Melbourne and Sydney, it was so hot that I couldn't enjoy it.
Well, what is the audience going through? Probably the same thing.
That's the thing. It was just so hot. And
yeah,
it was summer in Australia. So I don't know what I'm complaining about. I go to a tropical weather in the summer, but
you went to a first world country, an industrialized nation, who I believe has access to electricity through which you can have air conditioning.
Yeah, and I also understand it's nightclubs.
No.
Nightclubs are hot.
No. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down.
But I would say of the 6 shows, 3 of them were very well air conditioned. I barely sweat, so I'm like, it is possible. I know it's possible.
So when it flops, it's a big flop.
Yeah. But honestly, the tour went great. If you can see it in America, we still have some cities available. We're selling out, but please come.
Are you doing numbers?
Oh, yeah. Numbers. This gorgeous dancer, Zoe, who's like a supermodel who happens to be a perfect dancer. Mm-hmm. And then Tom Feeney, who's, I don't know, it's like Superman on
Hot
stage.
as hell.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an amazing mover. And I love the numbers and I love doing the show. And even though I'm in this like physical fitness headband with like sweatband and I was so sweaty that I was like, I guess at least I'm like in character. Yes. Buckets coming off me.
You need to do a sauna number.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I have a suggestion. This might be kind of interesting. What about now hear me out.
Fuck them.
No. What about an eye mask? For the moments
for like sleep?
No. For performing where you can keep your mouth and your lower, because you can do that.
Do you think we need to give Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface?
That's not where my mind went, but I'm into that. I'm thinking, okay, imagine the cuntest, all rhinestoned. You do the Batman eyes underneath, right? You do like whatever, a white or black, you know what I'm talking about?
Are you saying that I have Batman eyes that are whatever, black and white?
You make a masquerade Trixie fantasy mask.
Sure.
And then you just do underneath because you know the makeup is not going to stay. The integrity is not going to, the shapes aren't going to hold.
I mean, I think
that could be cunty.
A lot of it did hold up. I mean, this was directly after a show. I retouched this a little bit.
Well, I want to... So what are you complaining about?
I am gorgeous. I mean,
what are you complaining
can we
about
just talk about...
What are you complaining about?
Wow, people.
So you're just lying.
No, okay, but
this
is the unretouched. I mean, this is okay too, I guess.
Oof. No, I mean, that's fine.
You know, I felt wet.
You're a little bit far away. You probably looked incredible.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about working with professional dancers. If you mess up, there are 2 people hotter than you doing it perfectly on either side of you.
I know.
So your little mess up,
I know.
2 people are flanking you doing it perfectly.
Yeah, they're saying, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, so it's very inspiring. But
you did great. I was very impressed with everything was so in unison.
Oh, yeah. Well, I learned that shit. Can I tell you some of the other parts of the trip? I was in Brisbane. Oh, go, Brisbane. Brisneyland. Went to the Macca, cheeky Maccas. Got a $9 bucket hat. Cunt. So it says Macca's Run on the front of it.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Macca's. Oh, we know a cheeky Macca's. Have a nice chicken tender. Eat a nice fries. Get a nice.
This is bogan. That's nice and bogan.
Woke up this morning and had a shower.
Oh my God.
So, cheeky Macca's. Have a nice dark clerk. So
okay,
I see these 2 kids in Brisbane, and it's one of those double-decker McDonald's fancy. So I see these 2 kids with empty water bottles. I go, damn, the kids of today go to McDonald's, and there's no one to even buy them the water bottle. They had nothing in there. Why do they have toothpaste tubes? That's weird. Motherfuckers, I'm talking maybe 10, 12. A little boy, a little girl, these bad little kids.
Ooh, bad kids.
Squirting glue into bottles and just huffing at the McDonald's. 10, 11 years old, huffing out. We're talking squirting glue and just huffing and like, and I was like,
huffing and gooning?
And I'm telling people in Australia, and everyone's like, oh, was it in Queensland? Oh, Brizzy? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, that's us.
Huffing glue out of toothpaste at Macca's in Brisbane, Vegas.
I was in shock.
That's okay. So say it again. It
made me sad. I had my new bucket hat on. I was feeling like Jennifer Lopez. And then I look over.
Lopez.
Hell yeah. And then I look over.
Famously a Macca appreciator.
And I'm watching like the Nick Jr. version of Intervention. It was fucked up.
Huffin. Felicity Huffman. I've never.
Huffington Post. Juliana Huff. Yeah. It's horrible.
fuck, David Hufflehoff.
HR Huffin stuff. It was fucked up.
Shit, they huffed and they puffed and they fucking blew that Macca's up.
And then I was in Melbourne.
Wait, so what did they huff again? It was
glue.
What kind of glue? E6000?
Like automotive glue. Like automotive glue.
What is automotive glue?
Glue for automotives. I don't know.
Castro Syntec motor oil?
Why'd you look at a lesbian when you asked about
She
car
got a
glue?
computer.
Oh.
The research. It's the research R&D over there. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. They were huffing and then what were they doing with the other things? Stealing?
They were putting the glue in the bottle. And I'm like, I'm Kitty Carryall. I'm not used to seeing that type of drug use. Like I've seen drag queens do this with the nail.
Of course.
And that's kind of cunty, I guess. I got offered so much drugs on these tours, a lot of drugs on these tours too. I forget, like club tours. It's like, and people have been like, Trixie, we're so happy you're here. We do have ketamine if you. And I'm like,
I was just going to say, what for DJing?
Can I get a sugar-free Red Bull?
For DJing, could you imagine?
The music goes.
You're like,
yeah. So then I have this then I go to Melbourne, and in Melbourne I go to this place called Silver Lake Social that is a Silver Lake themed bar in Australia.
like Silver Lake, Los Angeles?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
And I walk in and I think like, I'm going to authenticate this. Because I like to go into the American candy stores and be like, we don't even have that. We don't have that. You're a liar. Because they'll have Reese's Puffs and shit, but then they'll have shit that we don't have. And I'm like, that's not American.
Like such as what?
We don't know
Tim
because
Tams.
it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Or like Arrow. It's like, that's not an American
Never
candy.
heard of it.
We don't have that.
Yeah, never heard of it.
I go to the Silver Lake Social and I'm like, they have a pool table there. A lot of pool tables.
Okay.
A lot of pool tables in Australia.
Is that big in Silver Lake? East Side pool games? I don't know.
Well, we'll go eat in the Chinatowns in each city. And I think there was lots of billiard halls in the Chinatowns. Really nice, clean billiard halls with groups of young men with the fancy glove on playing crazy precision robotic level pool.
Incredible. Did you ever get into the old like alley sitting on milk crates betting with cards, dice?
No.
Okay.
We didn't have that.
I don't even know if that exists. I just see it in movies a lot.
But it's one of those D&D dice and no one knows what any of it means. Your witch died, or whatever they do. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do.
Favorite city of the tour?
Well, I got to tell you about Melbourne. So I'm at the Southern California themed bar. Okay. And I'm like, I guess I'll have a beer. And the bartender has an American accent, but has never been to Los Angeles. So I'm like, this is all very theatrical.
That's cunty. I love it. What, $28 for a cocktail?
The service was great. The vibe was great. It was a really nice bar. I would recommend anybody go there in Melbourne. And this lady comes up and she's had a few.
Yeah.
But she's there alone, and I can tell she's trying to talk to people next to her, and people are like, it's 4 p.m., man.
Barfly.
Yeah. And she comes up to us, and we're playing pool, and she comes up, and she's like, do you need one more? And I was like, yeah. And then she had a French accent. I tried to speak French to her, and she didn't respond. I was like, great. She just has the accent, but no. So
just the accent.
Just the accent. So she comes up, and she wants to play with us, and she thinks I'm going easy on her. She's like, I think you're being nice to me. And then she gets really close to me. She gets this close to my face. And she goes, you think I'm a nice girl? Oh. And I go, not just that, but like.
She want to fuck you.
We're at a Los Angeles themed bar playing pool at 4 p.m. I'm clearly gay.
Well.
You're on the pills or something.
I don't think it's clear. Sorry to this man.
Oh, I had a bra on. I'm just kidding. I had a bra on.
But I had a bra over my blouse.
It was so crazy. I was just like, I don't know what to say.
Did you fuck her?
No, she just got drunk enough that she kind of forgot she was playing with us and slithered away. And I was like, thank God, because I'm not
lonely barflies at 4 p.m. at Silver Lake themed bars in Australia.
Yeah, I don't get down like that. And then I also noticed the gay people there are dressing very wild. Everybody has this Australian mullet.
What's the haircut? Okay, yeah, because that's the thing that's the hairstyles that go. They have lives and trends way beyond America. We don't see that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
In the UK, the men have that haircut. You know what I'm talking about.
Europe too, like lots of different hairstyles. They never even touch the U.S. soil.
Australia, they got that mullet right now.
How do you feel about that mullet?
Oh, who's it flattering? Unless you are drop dead gorgeous, it's sort of like when some people are like,
"Is Ben
should I wear
Boone
crazy hats?" It's like, Okay, Margot Robbie can wear a crazy hat.
Right. Yeah.
You look crazy.
You look crazy and ugly.
So you need to balance it with a cute hat. You know?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think really hot people will get like fucked up bangs just to prove how they can do it.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna get turf bangs tomorrow and then maybe like pull out one of my teeth.
Yes. But the gay people over there have two settings. All queer people, everyone. They either look little baby slut princess or van life.
What is van life?
They look like they have
unhoused individuals.
No, not unhoused. Like earthy Patagonia.
I understand.
You know, van life.
Hikers.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
living off the grid TikTokers.
Outdoorsy types.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is very hot on anyone. Hot on girls, hot on men. I think it's a hot look. Or people had like baby slut princess looks.
Even the boys?
Yes, just a lot of like glitter and short weird haircuts and a lot of clunky jewelry and good for them though. I mean, I'm not the peak of fashion. I understand that.
Any goth people? Any goth sightings? Not really.
I didn't see any goths. But also, how do you be a goth in the Australian heat?
Well, I mean,
Black Umbrella?
Stay inside. Also, you're not going to see them. And they're not going to come to the pink disco.
They're not going to.
I'm going to wear pink.
Somebody came to the meet and greet. There was a goth. One goth I saw, complete goth, and he had pink contact lenses. He was like, "This is all I'm going to do."
That's so adorable.
I said, "Great."
That's adorable.
Yeah,
that's adorable.
Oh, I forgot to tell you that after at the Maccas,
okay.
The Huffers called me a poofta. Ooh.
That's a badge or bingo card moment. This is a life milestone.
10-year-old huffing glue being like, yeah, poofta. And I was like, I'm sitting there in my bucket hat looking like Jennifer Lopez. Like, what the fuck did I do to you,
Sipping your
kid?
Diet Coke out of your rhinestone cup.
And I saw cops. Now, I almost went to the cops
looking
and snitched on the
like
kids.
Jennifer Lopez.
Today's episode of Bald and the Beautiful is brought to you by our friends at Via. Via, baby. I have to tell you, so many of us have had negative first-time experiences with THC. It just makes me think of like, not to be old, but my generation, people would just take some unmoderated, unmitigated, unregulated THC product from a friend of a friend and just hope for the best. And that's why so many people have horror stories, right? What I love about Via is that it's changing the game in natural wellness by combining high-quality hemp-derived ingredients with powerful cannabinoids to create real, effect-driven results. Want better sleep? Like, I just got back from Australia, and for me, THC is a great tool to reset my biological clock, get my little butt in bed at the right time, get my butt sleeping at the right time. I also love it for really shifting gears out of a stressful day. Sometimes if a day is too much at work, I will keep spinning out into the evening, and it's a great way to assist myself into switching that down gear. Everything from, award-winning effect-forward gummies, premium indoor-grown THCA flower, and calming drops, all made with organic, lab-tested hemp from trusted independent American farms, baby. None of that mystery gas station nonsense, mumbo-jumbo. This is the real deal. And I also love that it's very discreet. These products can be delivered to you without having to go out into the wild, which is lovely. And there's also a product finder quiz. So if you're like me and you have a low tolerance, you can basically speak that into existence and make sure that you get matched with the product that is the gear that you can handle. So if you're 21 plus, treat yourself to 15% off and get a free gift with your first order using our exclusive code BALD at viahemp.com. Plus, enjoy free shipping on orders over $100. That's Via, VIAHEMP, viahemp.com.
This episode of The Bald and the Beautiful is sponsored by BetterHelp. On a recent trip to New York City where I published my weekly column about dating in the big city, I was walking along Fifth Avenue after brunching with the girls, and I thought to myself, after hearing all their amusing man troubles about sex stuff, I couldn't help but wonder, why are we so inclined to spend $1,000 on new Manolos but not spare a single thought about our mental health? That's right, ladies. Why can't we realize that our mental health is just as important as our gorgeous luxury leather footwear? And then I realized, this month, BetterHelp is giving their biggest discount ever on starting therapy, with 90% off your first week. Traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up fast. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. So whether you can't decide between two men and don't want to rely on your regular psychic Vicky and Chelsea to mysteriously ideate on whether or not one will die on an exercise device, therapy might be for you. Even if you simply need someone to tell you to snap out of it and choose yourself and your girls over some dumb man, BetterHelp is here to save the day. Therapy might feel like a big investment, but your mental health is absolutely worth taking care of. Therapy has helped me to realize that my friends and podcast co-hosts are my true soulmates who will meet me in the West Village to get a cupcake at any hour of the day. And they won't judge me for buying $3,000 shoes. And hey, isn't that what life's all about? Your well-being is worth it. For a limited time, visit betterhelp.com/bald to get 90% off your first week. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/bald.
And we're back.
Okay, Mary, I have so many things to tell you. But first, I want to talk about Mad Men, very briefly.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No, you asked me yesterday.
Oh, okay. Because the whole time, this parade of fashion in the 60s, office world, the hairstyles, the jewelry, the outfits, the looks from top to bottom are so up your alley. They're wedged right up your alley. Your alley is stuffed with these looks.
I check it out. That's the program that made everybody horny for John Hamm?
Oh yeah, mama. But everybody's Kieran and Shipka.
Okay,
she's
have
Sally
seen
the daughter.
some clips of it.
Yeah, Joan.
Because one time I did a Truvada commercial that was a spoof on that.
Oh, fab.
So I played.
Were you Christina Hendricks with the red with the?
No, I played
Betty
like
Draper?
grown-up Sally
okay.
Draper, and I was pitching like an ad.
Oh, sweet.
And it was all 60s vibes.
Fierce.
With Jack Plotnick, you know him?
No.
It was fun.
But everybody, this show is like everybody is at the top of their game. Hanna Jones, so beautiful,
Gorgeous.
so fabulous. But let me tell you what you don't want to do while you're watching Mad Men.
What?
Quit smoking.
Oh, because they're just smoking.
Every single person there is not a scene where somebody doesn't have a cigarette. I think Sally starts smoking in the 4th grade. Like, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
People smoke on planes back then too, huh?
They're smoking in the doctor's delivering babies with a cigarette hanging out his
The baby
mouth.
comes out with the cigarette.
Yes. So I'm like, on the one hand, I'm so enjoying this, and on the other, I'm like, why am I torturing myself? Because guess what, you fucking bitch.
What?
You hoe. You Jennifer Lopez lookalike.
What?
I haven't been smoking cigarettes. And it's like, actually, I swear to God, there have been days where I've had 1, 2, today, 0. Yesterday, maybe 1.
I was going to say, I saw you last time we filmed.
No.
outside
Last
smoking.
night I had, that was 2 that day. It was a bad day.
bad day for you.
Bad day. Very bad day. But only 2.
Progress.
Mary, 25 to 2, that's a pretty good differential.
You used to smoke 25 cigarettes a day?
Sweetie, I could do 30. Who are you talking about? If I'm on a roll on the phone, it's just one after the other. Yeah.
That's why you're so tired. You are busy. I heard you want to go on vacation in Europe, and I literally said, vacation from what?
No, if it's not a vacation, it's a trip. I don't know why they said vacation. I don't like, my life is a vacation. I got to go to work. Anyways, so I swear to God, I don't like.
That's impressive. 25.
Mary,
Smoking 25 cigarettes is impressive in a really dark way.
Oh yeah, but there was a whole week where I did none. You have to understand, and it's not like, it's not super difficult. I mean, I have this X program thing. I was a little like,
What is how do you do it?
so basically it's like, there's an online support thing for you. You get text messages that are like encouraging. It can be as, you can use it as much or as little as you want. It got a little annoying at first because I didn't want to like always think about smoking all day.
Right.
So I get a text and I'm like, oh, but then I was like, okay, this is actually kind of encouraging. But the thing is, the main thing, I don't want to smell like poopy.
Can I say that's the thing? Everybody has freedom. Everybody has autonomy with their own body.
No, but you smell like
but you smell.
poopies.
Also, the money.
No, yeah, the money's insane.
I mean, the fact that
Sweetie.
you're very blessed that that's not enough money for you to worry about.
No, but in college it was.
How does I don't want to say normal. How does a person who has a standard income smoke 30 cigarettes a day?
Do you know what 30
and
cigarettes a
survive?
day in Australia costs you? About $60. The 25 cigarette pack Australian cigarette case is $50 Australian dollars.
That's crazy.
That's what I would do there. I would pay, and you can't bring cigarettes into the country. So I felt like so like ashamed of that when I did that. And
next time we sell any concert tickets or show tickets that are $70, we should be like, for the price of 1 pack of Australian cigarettes a day, you can come support us.
Yes, totally. That's why. But the vaping too is like, I didn't. The vaping is not like, I didn't really get into the vaping because it's different. But I mean, everybody's vaping. I swear to God, it's
People we know. I mean, I think people know. Of course.
Oh, no. That's not surprising. But we can't name names.
We know so many people who I think are on team goody goody with me
Yeah.
that have been vaping, and it's shocked. My jaw hits the floor.
I know.
Somebody we work with, a famous drag queen, walked in, and I was like, they pulled it out and did it, and it was so passive and involuntary.
Yeah.
And my eyes went from them to watching it go to their pocket to like.
Like the killer.
No, I was like, you remember in Mars Attacks when the first lady's like, that was me watching someone vape.
No, I get it. It's shocking. Well, it's not shocking, but
So what do the texts say? Like, hey girl.
it's like, it would be like, you can do it. You can do it, diva. Not really like that, but it's like, it gives you like a statistic about, saving money. Like, I mean,
Can you tailor? I mean, for me, I would know that maybe for me, could I tailor it to be more like, make sure the texts are telling me how much money I'm saving. That's the only thing that will motivate me.
Absolutely.
Or if you're health conscious, maybe it's a health
And then you
text.
can go online and people have like, they share their stories where it's like, and I'm not to be corny. Like it actually helped to know that people are going through, because nobody I know is trying to quit smoking in my life.
They either don't smoke or they're a lifer.
Yeah. They're like, there's exactly. So like and it's insidious. Like when every time I've like tried to quit smoking with somebody else, oh my God, it does not work out, because I see them and they're like, do you want to, and it's like, ugh. But I'm
Enabler.
Actually, yes. And it's so easy. You're just like, oh, it's smoking. It's not crack. It's not crack.
The crack
today.
people are saying it's not smoking.
Yeah, it's not crack today, but in 20 years, it's big time crack.
Do you have a history with having maybe an addictive personality?
No, I don't. So
it seems like your body.
this is really new for me.
Smoking. How did you start smoking?
Mary, this is the diabolical part. I was in 6th grade. I'll never forget Marlboro Reds. Yeah,
You're the
baby.
person huffing at the McDonald's.
Mama, I was originating the shade at the Maccas. Okay, I was the shade originator.
The shade store.
Yes, I remember so vividly. I smoked the cigarette. That cigarette tasted like the cat's motherfucking ass. That cat's ass, like you rimming your tongue way up in a cat's booty hole, and I puked.
I can't
And
even
then I
kiss
did
a
it
smoker.
again. Of course not. So this is the thing about that. That's why like the little reminders are so great, because it's like it reminds you, A, hey, maybe you don't want to smell like the cat's ass. And then B, maybe you'd like to have an intimate relationship with someone who doesn't smoke, because that's non-negotiable otherwise. Or C, maybe you'd like to save $50 Australian a day. Or D, maybe you don't want to die of emphysema, ho.
I know. Can I tell? If I could be vulnerable, I'm sure my mom won't mind me sharing this. My mom smoked off and on her whole life.
Yeah.
She has emphysema.
Girl,
it's not a party.
I could get it. Absolutely. I could have lung cancer right now. You know what I mean?
Kathy Griffin got lung cancer and had never even smoked in her life. So if it can happen to somebody who doesn't smoke, it can really happen to you if you do. You know what I mean?
Of course. I know. It's like, I mean,
Obviously, many types of cancer are treatable and they're surviving,
Yeah.
But
no, I'm not even proud of myself. I'm kind of in shock. I'm in shock because I was like, I got all this stuff today, and I was a perfect opportunity to smoke. I had just had lunch, and it was the prime time to smoke, and I just didn't go outside and do it.
I just walked in here today, and didn't I say, where is she? Is she smoking? And they said, no, she's over there. And
I
was like,
haven't. It's bizarre, but you know what?
on Trixie and Katya Live, you would hang out the window,
Mama,
and smoke
between
until
numbers.
the overture started.
In between numbers, right after Hey Sexy, sweating. Then
God's perfect breathing system. During COVID, you inside with the air conditioner smoking in the house.
That part.
That's sick.
That is Grizzly Adams.
You know what else is different this time? Because I've seen you quit probably 5 times since Drag Race season 7. Mm-hmm. You'll quit and quit.
Yeah,
that one time you quit for 8 months. Mm-hmm. Remember? Mm-hmm. This time, before when you've quit, it's been a consuming thought.
Exactly.
Every time I see you're like pissed.
Yeah.
Trying to quit smoking, pissed off.
Peace, I had none.
Right. This time I wouldn't have known because it's not like a prevailing thought.
I'm not. It started with Ubers. Like there was 3 days in a row where I was like not driving, and I had to get Ubers like so many in a day. And then it occurred to me I think it's really disrespectful to get into this guy's Mercedes Benz smelling like a fucking lit cigarette.
Only in LA, you're getting in people's luxury Ubers.
Oh yeah.
People here drive like Cadillac Ubers.
I know. I take them. Yeah, they're fierce. And sometimes they're just as cheap as comfort.
Yeah.
Boopy. Okay. But so there's that, and it's cool.
What is?
But I get it. This is corny too. David Lynch dying really kind of like put a bug in my ear.
Did he die of emphysema?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, he probably doesn't smoke as much as you did.
Mama, he was the smoker. He was the capital smoker. He smoked American Spirit Yellows like they were going out of style.
Yeah, but you're like that woman from Beetlejuice with the neck. Like you're
Juno.
Or Juno, your caseworker. Yes.
Totally. And I don't want to be like her, Miss Monstro Eliza Sue in the corner.
Oh, I know.
You know, because that's going to be my insides.
Well, you know, when you stop smoking, a lot of the damage, this is proven, can rewind.
Yes. And it's amazing how...
For you, it's going to take more than a couple days.
I know. But food tastes better.
Food? It affects the way food tastes?
Wildly.
See, that's where my fat ass would draw the line.
Because... Oh my God, it's crazy. And then if you don't have a cigarette for a week, let's say, and then you smoke, that cigarette tastes like boo-boo nasty. And you're like, why do I do this?
Really?
Yeah. It's a very wild, but again, don't watch Mad Men. That's the only thing I can say. Stay off of Mad Men. And if you're trying to quit drinking, good luck. Go to Macca's and huff some glue.
Honestly. And they were very martini-centric, strong drinks.
Mama, from the morning till night, just liquor, straight liquor, all the time at work. It's crazy.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you very much.
I wonder...
Shout out to the X program.
I wish my sister would quit vaping. I wonder if I can get her this and be like, if I get you this, will you get into this?
Say it's like...
She just needs a gentle push.
Say it's like X-rated. It's like give her like some kind of tantalizing... Get in the X program. It's for X-rated smoking, quitter, hot.
I'll tell her she's going to a pole class.
There you go.
That'll get her excited.
Yeah.
Just kidding. She doesn't watch this.
Okay.
Well, how do the kids at home do it? How do they get involved? Is it a website?
All you got to do is you text join Katya to 88709, and then get on the
join Katya.
Yeah, baby.
I love that.
It's like in fabric.
That's
Join
really
us.
cunty.
Yeah. It's cunty. It actually is, and it's the Truth Initiative, which is not like it's not like the fucking Sackler family's trying to make a buck off of this. It's like legit, and people are trying to want people to not die.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's cunty.
You've been going through some economic turmoil.
How dare you?
It would have been harder to have sympathy for you if you were smoking it all away. Think of the money you're saving.
Mama, my cigarettes are up 10, 11, 12 bucks a pack. Do you know what I'm doing?
I'm too cheap for that. I'd be stealing. I don't know what I'd do. I couldn't. $12 a pack? And you go a pack a day?
Sweetie, when I was living in Boston in the abject poverty, I would get them from Russia, $2 a pack, $10, like $12 a carton or whatever.
So what is 12 times 30? $360 a month?
Oh, baby.
Times 12 months?
And factor in some lighters.
That's a car payment.
Yeah.
And lighters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And no tea. We've worked together where I've seen you send like an assistant just to buy cigarettes, and I've been like,
this is the thing. This is the pitiful and incomprehensible moral degradation. If you've ever watched Regarding Henry, he goes out for cigarettes in the middle of the night, he gets shot. No, it's like, but if he hadn't been a smoker, he wouldn't have had to leave the house in the middle of the night to go get cigarettes. You know what I mean? I've been in that, I haven't been shot, but I've been in that situation where I get home to the hotel
right
after the show, I open my cigarette pack, none in there. It's like, that doesn't happen anymore.
The pack's always empty. You still open it though, just to look.
I have cigarettes on me. They just haven't been smoked.
That's crazy.
It's weird. Yeah, it's cool weird. It's wild.
It also kind of exits the comedy of people like, I'm quitting tomorrow.
Yes. And
there's sort of a failure in saying you're going to quit people who smoke and say I should quit. That is always puzzling to me.
Yeah. But also I'm taking the pressure off myself where it's like, it's not all or nothing. If I have a fucking cigarette tonight, I'm not going to kill myself. 1 is better than 20. 0 is preferred. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not counting days, but it's it's been really dramatically great.
Girl, I'm going to cut your chest open and write wash me on your lungs like a dirty car.
So, basically, in a nutshell, what people can get is they get encouraging texts, which I've actually found helpful. In the beginning, I was annoyed, but now I find them helpful.
I'm going to start sending you my own version of truth texts.
$50 Australian, you fucking bitch.
Hey, Baldy.
Yeah. You can go online and find support, totally free, anywhere, 24/7 in the United States. honestly, like think about that regarding Henry moment. Middle of the night, 2 a.m., you run out of cigarettes. You don't have to go to the convenience store. You log on. You log on and get some
I'm in just
sympathy.
as much danger when I'm high in Australia and I want to get some snakes alive.
Some what?
Snakes alive.
What's that?
Those gummy worms they have.
Oh, yeah, sure. My
Snakes
gosh.
alive.
Mary, okay.
She died doing what she loved, buying candy, that fucking big bitch.
Buying candy at 2 a.m.
Girl. High as hell going to the cheeky 7-Eleven in Australia.
Looking like Jennifer Lopez.
Looking like Jennifer Lopez. She had her bucket hat on. She was so happy.
I thought you were going to say those Huffers they brought their own big cups and pissed in them.
No, shout out to those Huffers.
Why.
I'm sad to think of you smoking in 6th grade because seeing kids huffing, not that huffing is the same as cigarettes, seeing kids doing it was so sad.
Yeah.
It just took the wind out of my sails at Macca's, cheeky Macca's.
And I've never called you that before. I think smoking's coming back. And it is. Do you know how a few years ago, you really stopped seeing smoking.
Well, it's kind of like low-res jeans. Like as soon as it's gone, it comes back.
But it really is back. And I think it's because this end time energy or whatever.
100%.
Anyways,
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you very much. And shout out to the X program.
The X program sounds great. It makes me want to start smoking just to quit.
Do it.
It sounds fun.
Yeah,
it's not true.
Do it.
The ultimate quit is to not start, but the second best thing is to quit.
That should be the slogan. Come on.
I miss a time I fantasize about a time before PowerPoints or Zooms where people had giant pieces of cardboard to give presentations.
We'll get into this. You're going to love this. So they're marketing the slideshow apparatus.
Just smoking.
No, they're like, what do we call it? What do we call it? It's like, it's not a wheel. It's a carousel. Because the wheel, it's like, we're reinventing the wheel. How are we going to get people to buy this wheel thing? It's not a wheel. It's a carousel of memories. Yeah, let's take a break. This episode of The Bald and the Beautiful is sponsored by Blissy. As you all know, I have the most luscious, luxurious, all-natural blonde locks. Hair as yellow as corn, as Stephen Sondheim would say. My flaxen tresses of honey gold deserve to be treated well. Therefore, to maintain my tawny mane amidst my very busy schedule as the nation's top blonde multi-hyphenate, I need something easy instead of sitting in a salon chair every morning with a slightly homicidal hairdresser who thinks he's in a David Fincher film. Let me tell you people about an amazing discovery I made. It's called Blissy. Blissy is an award-winning dermatologist-recommended silk pillowcase that eliminates frizz, preserves hairstyles, and protects my succulently sumptuous color-treated hair. They're easy to care for and machine washable, and Blissy's pillowcases are naturally hydrating with silk fibers to keep your skin moisturized all night long. Personally, with my aforementioned and widely known about natural and gorgeous hair, I've noticed how Blissy has helped me to wake up looking fresh as a virgin about to be sacrificed rather than Nicole Kidman with a bad synthetic unit placed upon her head by a mortal enemy in the hair and makeup department. Don't let regular pillows make you look like Nicole Kidman in a prestige drama series. I know I don't. Now that I have a Blissy pillowcase, I sleep well at night knowing that I can wake up ready to stand in when the studio calls saying the new Bond girl mysteriously fell down a staircase and I'm needed expeditiously on set to fill in. I love that they're antibacterial and hypoallergenic so they don't clog my pores. They're even cool to the touch so they help me manage the old Katya night sweats. Take it from both me and the 3 million people who have already bought these pillowcases. They're simply amazing. Because you're a listener, Blissy is offering 60 nights risk-free plus an additional 30% off when you shop at blissy.com/baldpod. That's BLISSY.com/baldpod and use code BALDPOD to get an additional 30% off. Your skin and hair will thank you.
We used to ship Trixie Cosmetics out of this room when it first started.
We're full circle.
Full circle.
Full circle.
It used to be just me and one shipper, and we'd be in here. Somebody would be
licking stamps.
Licking them. Yeah, just licking them. I remember when we launched. I remember the first day we launched. We were in here. It was like friends and family. A bunch of people came and just shipped for free. And I wish I could still just have everyone work for free, but you can't do that anymore. Thanks, Obama. Thanks,
laws.
Sleepy Joe.
Oh, labor laws. What's next? Retirement funds?
I don't know.
Vacation? Okay.
Although this is a great time in American history to just anything unethical you want to do. I guess this is a great time as a white man to just go for it.
Let it rip.
Seems like it's just Why not?
Let it rip. We're in the let it rip era of total anarchy, chaos.
Girl, but we're also in the era of Jasmine Crockett, and I never want to be on the receiving end of that wrath, bitch.
I don't know who Jasmine Crockett is.
Oh, she's this Democrat who is young, gorgeous.
Coming for the girls.
And they said, what would you say if you saw Elon? She said, didn't she say fuck you? Yeah. They said, what would you say if you saw Elon? She goes, fuck off.
Wait, is she a congresswoman?
Yes.
Oh,
it's cunty.
okay, congresswoman.
It's cunty.
She needs to go toe-to-toe with Bober.
And she matches the freak. Imagine if like Marjorie Taylor Greene's Audacity was a hot black girl.
Okay.
It's so awesome and democratic.
Okay, fear. So you take the volume of MGT, MJT, and what's it, Bobert, and then you put it in a good vessel.
But this is the Glinda. You know, this is like the good. Well,
Yes.
I guess if you follow Wicked, Glinda's not necessarily the good.
Oh, I haven't. We're gonna go watch it.
You got to watch Cynthia.
Well, I'm watching Ferrari on her.
Cynthia, she puts on those. She gets that.
She's got the nails in the movie.
Of course, my God, there's snowboards. They're this long. I swear to God,
snowboard, frat paddle.
Like all I remember about Wicked is I swear this is a shot-for-shot recreation of this. There's a part in my mind in Wicked. She goes, and then she gets on a broom and she goes, and then she flies away. Yeah, like that's it. And you know what? She's gonna have a great year. She's gonna have a great year. She did have a great year.
She did.
I just saw that she's headlining World Pride, and, along with RuPaul and me.
Wait, RuPaul is gonna go?
Oh, I'm doing Solid Pink Disco at World Pride. RuPaul's DJing at World Pride. I don't know if she's doing drag. I don't know.
Not doing Dragon Pop.
I hope I can go because I'd turn up for that RuPaul shit.
And she's gonna be on them roller skates, I bet. That's a fun time. She loves to get down and get groovy. Woo, woo.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight. You know?
Everybody have fun tonight.
If you could put one song, RuPaul loves music.
If you don't like me at my fun, you don't deserve me at my Wang Chung.
If RuPaul loves music. I don't know if you know this because she never mentions it.
Yeah, never,
but,
never.
She always says it like, funny thing about me, I like music. And it's like, girl, I like people, places, and things.
Yeah.
Like, girl.
Yeah, I'm interested in doing stuff.
Yeah. But if you had to put one song on a thumb drive to like try to get this or this from RuPaul, like what would be the song where you're like, I know she'll love this song?
Car Wash.
Car Wash, baby.
Rolls Royce, the 5-minute version, Rolls Royce.
Groove is in the heart.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I Feel Love.
Yeah,
Donna Summer.
Diana
That's a little
Ross.
played out though these days.
Yeah. Donna Summer and Diana Ross should kind of like sit down and shut up.
Yeah. Maybe you should.
They used to kind of like sit
Jasmine
down
Crockett.
Sit down. Jasmine Crockett. What would you say, girl? What would you say to Diana Ross music right now? Fuck off. I'll play for you. It's so cunty.
No, anything. I would. What's the? Amanda Lear. Something by Amanda Lear. Chinatown. They go down.
Deed of Chinatown. This is Honey. Watch.
Okay.
If you could speak directly to Elon Musk, what would you say? F off.
It's so fierce. There's something very Lee Dawson about it.
It's also, well, yes. Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah, totally.
Fuck off.
The Lee Dawson, we are actually in the unedited, does it need to be edited Lee Dawson era of politics. It's chaos, confusion, madness.
It sure is.
Can I shout from the mountain to you about this concert?
Yeah. I went to a concert too.
Okay, we'll go back and forth, but me first.
I have a little less to say.
So do it, okay.
So I went to see Kylie.
Minogue!
Yeah. No, Jenner. I went to see Carly Jenner.
What?
I went to see Kylie Jenner. No, I went to see Kylie Minogue. I was in Sydney for Mardi Gras, and she was doing 3 nights at this huge arena. And Rimmel London, hi Rimmel. Rimmel gave me a seat in their VIP influencer station, which was like just naked bitches tossing their hair in front of ring lights. Love Rimmel. And the girl in front of me, she kept having a guy film. And okay, you're gonna pretend you're filming me, and I'm gonna do like kind of like what she was doing. So she'd be like, "Ew, film." And she would wait for the hit songs to play, and then she would make them film, and it would be like la 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 la, and she'd be like, And she's wearing a shirt that was mostly jewelry. I was like, good for you. Didn't know who she was. She took a picture with me. She said she's a fan. Hi, girl. Don't know who you are. You look fucking great.
How was the show?
I've never seen Kylie Minogue before. And I would
Did she do all the lovers? She did do all the lovers?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
I know probably 15 Kylie Minogue songs by heart.
Okay.
Which I know that for Kylie is not a lot because a long catalog, a lot of songs.
Super long catalog.
Same as Madonna. I would say I'm not super fan. I know a dozen songs of them, like for sure.
Sure.
That Kylie shit, I loved it. It was great. She looked great. She looked beautiful. She really sang. It was amazing.
5 foot in a whisper. Tiny little thing.
And there's this time where she goes to, you know those arenas, they have a little platform in the back?
Mm-hmm.
She goes out there and a guy with a guitar comes, she did Locomotion.
Oh, fabulous.
And ran around the audience while cameras followed her. It was crazy. It was like she was on Price is Right, just running through the aisles. And the price is right.
The price is right. Yeah, Macca's.
And
Harley Menard.
she was like trying to, you know, every song has an intro. She's like, and this song's for the lovers, whatever.
Yeah.
For her to try to shoe in the Locomotion.
The song is for the movers.
She's like, I heard that in Sydney, they're going to make a stop with the Locomotion. And these Aussies they start pissing out of their ass. Because this is their single ladies.
Pissing out of their eyeballs.
Yeah. And seeing Kylie in Sydney on Mardi Gras, sold out stadium, it was thrilling.
That's the way to do it.
And she sits down and she sings a song from her disco record. And she says, I always imagined singing this song for all of you. And this album came out when COVID happened. And I never got to like live my dream. I forget the song, but it was a ballad. And she sits and the guy's playing the guitar and she's singing and it's so intimate and she's so gorgeous. And the camera work, the people running around with the cameras make every seat the best seat in the house. I could see her face and her voice and her eyes and she's singing this song like it's just, this is what she's made to do. And a disco ball comes down while she's singing and starts spinning and confetti falls. I start crying like my mom died. I start crying like my mother's dead. Like I'm looking at her dead body. Like the doctor walks in and says, we did everything we could to save her life and your mother's dead.
And in fact, your whole family died too.
Yeah. So I'm Sarah Palms. Like I'm really
Claire Danes in Homeland.
Yes. It was such a good concert. It was so beautiful. And I thank you to Rimmel for getting me the tickets. Thank you, Rimmel.
Pouring out for Rimmel.
What did you see?
Mary Svetlana Sergeyevna Labada. And let me tell you one thing. Ask me if there was a yellow suit in attendance.
Was there a big yellow suit?
Absolutely the fuck not. There
she
was.
took the note.
Mary,
do you think she heard about you hating her suit?
Yes, I do believe she has. Let me tell you something. So got tickets to go. Now I went with my friend Michi, who had gone to the other concert when she was in LA that I couldn't go to because I had to go to the Funny Farm. But you know, that was a kind of a flop concert, turns out. She was hours late, not a great show.
You could have busted out of the Funny Farm to see her.
I know, but I was so...
Somebody at Cellar-Pink Disco said they left the hospital to come to the disco, and they were going back to the hospital afterward.
Music saves lives.
There you go. I said, thank you.
A DJ saved my life tonight? Hello?
There was a friend with her pushing her chair, and I said, are you the friend who broke her out? The friend was like... I was like,
God is a DJ, life is a dance floor.
Love it.
Yeah.
So the looks were gorgeous. I saw it on your story.
I was worried. I was worried about the following. A, the venue. B, our general admission tickets. That means standing. Grandma gets cranky. And C, I was really worried. It's like, if that bitch is 3 hours late, I swear to fucking God. So we roll up. Showtime is 8 o'clock. That's what they say on the tickets. 7:45, we're there. Someone from the staff said, Katya, brings us right up to a fucking balcony, bitch.
Thank God.
Right up to a balcony, all to ourselves.
It helps
Best
to
view in the house.
It helps to be a pretend Russian.
I was like, holy shit. I was like, and we never would have seen. It
sounds like a dream.
Me. I know.
Katya, love it as asking for you. And then she grabs your hand and just starts French kissing you right on the pussy.
She pulls down my pants and my panties.
Yeah.
So we're up at the box.
She untucks your cock. She takes the cage off it, and you guys start playing.
With
a
our
play
gear.
session with your gear. Okay, so you had was this the balcony better seats?
Oh yes. Well, the seats being the operative word.
Horny
for seats. But guess what? That hoe was prompt and professional, and she sure did have her whores come on stage around 8:05 or whatever. And that bitch had choreo. She had outfit changes. She talked a lot, played all the hits. My little grainy ass hardly hit the seat because I was screaming every fucking word, sweating all my life away. I was like doing this. She would do this leg thing. I was doing the leg thing.
You were treating it like a Simon Says situation.
I was gooned.
You were Amy Poehler in Mean Girls. You were like,
oh my God, so embarrassing. And I was like, I had the time of my life. I loved it. And like you said with the video, they videotaped her so well that like all around you could see her gorgeous fucking face, her fabulous wiggy wig, and
the full wig?
She did a banged wig, yeah.
Okay.
It's very wiggy. I love it.
I feel like for the pop stars, there's 3 settings. It's either pretty much their real hair, which Kylie just had the under pieces. You could tell she had some magic, but it was her real part, her real bangs.
Yep.
The Erica Jane, which is hair snatched back with just hair pinned to it.
Sure.
Which is a little draggy.
Yeah.
Or the full wig.
And then she, it's funny because she and I share a movement vocabulary, which is wiggle, wiggle, shimmy, shimmy, point, and then freak out. And she did the freak out, and I lived. There was like strobes, everything, and she sounded actually great.
This is really different than your Florida experience.
It was. I received. It was like God said, you know what? You suffered so much, and you spent so much,
right?
And for that, we are going to reward you about 4 years later. And that show was cunt.
Good for you.
All the choreo was on point. There were no costume malfunctions. The girls were sickening. She came out with a pimp cane at one point. She had this, one point she had this giant white fur coat with like a rhinestone bikini underneath, just like nasty, put some clothes on. And I knew every single fucking word to every song and I shouted it until I was hoarse. She did. She's not, listen, all due respect, not a powerhouse vocalist.
Who cares?
But she sang live and I was like really worried about that. She sounded great. She's a person who I feel like she does everything in her power to be the healthiest, prettiest, best version of herself.
You know, I'm not a hater. I don't need to go to things and talk about what they weren't good at.
Right. Yeah, right.
Like when we were growing up and there was conversations about like Britney Spears singing or conversations about, I don't know, so-and-so's dancing.
Yeah,
it's
like,
I know what they're good at and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm not here to ruminate on what I think should be better.
Right.
That's hater energy.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're holding them to an unrealistic expectation. That Miami show, however, I'm telling you, was a real letdown. Because I know what she's capable of. And she's capable of so many costume changes. She was,
Did you get to meet her?
So that was the thing. I was in touch.
You ran backstage and they carried you out in handcuffs.
No, her publicist who lives in Europe got me the tickets, reached out on Instagram. So it's like, so this is how I'm going to get in with her. But her publicist was in Europe at the time. We waited. We waited outside forever. Like I felt stupid. I felt a little lame.
You were at the stage door. You were going to run up.
Oh yeah. And I was
the killer.
I was DMing her on Instagram, tagging her.
Hey,
scene.
You up?
Scene.
Yeah, your message is, I know you saw that hoe.
Get off the floor.
Get off the floor, hoe.
The irony, 5 minutes later, could have met her. She came up.
She did come out
5 minutes after we left.
Well, she's probably getting on a drag.
No, she looked. The thing is, she came out. We saw it on Instagram. She looked spectacular. She looked
costume change, look change.
She looked better than she came. I mean, it was just like no change at all. Like she hadn't done a show. It was incredible. But I mean, I probably would have just been stupid. I would have died to get a picture with her though. I would have.
Next time.
Yeah. But Labada, you fucking killed it. You better yank that shit off. Good for her.
I'm so happy it delivered.
Good for her. Yeah, it was amazing. I had so much fun. I think about it every day.
Yeah, I like to see the big pop girls now. I saw Madonna last year.
Did you love the show?
I saw Cindy.
Yeah.
And then I saw Kylie. So now I think I got to see the Beyonce Cowboy Carter, but I'm not willing to lie, cheat, and kill. I was talking to Shay Coulee. I was like, Shay, how do I get tickets? She said, girl.
Blackbird singing from the parking lot. You know, that's what they're saying because they're going to be blackbirds singing from the parking lot. They're going to get in the parking lot. They can't get in the door. It's too expensive.
Well, that's what Shay was like,
$1,400 for a nosebleed ticket? What kind of earth are we living upon? Love it. I was $200.
Well, Shay's doing one of the Solid Pink disco dates. We have some great openers. Like we have
not me. You didn't ask me, but
I went to see Leland DJ after Kylie Minogue.
Yeah.
He was DJing at Mardi Gras, and I said, oh yeah, we have some great openers for Solid Pink Disco. I said, Rebecca Black, A-Track, Daya. You know Daya. Where do the good boys go to? Hideaway. I said, do you know her? He said, I wrote that song. I said, oh, okay, great. I love when I'm like, do you know her? He's like, know her. I wrote
am
that
her.
fucking song. Yeah, he goes, I am her. And then after Leland, same night I went to see Honey Dijon DJ, and I never seen her. I love house music. I love dance music. It was so big and so hot and dark in there, and just all naked men. And I know that's a dream for many people, but those environments make me uncomfortable. So I either have to drink more or leave, and I did both.
Well, perfect. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.